Advice on buying real estate tax liens. Know your stuff. Buying real estate tax liens has been proven worthy of investment, but not every novice knows where to begin. How are the highest quality, highest return properties tracked down? What sort of things need to be assessed before deciding to invest? Absolute Wealth has released a special report for the sole purpose of assisting interested investors in learning as much as they can about the best mode of operation for seeing double-digit returns. Double Guaranteed Returns, How to Earn Safe 14% Annual Returns Like Clockwork, is the 11-page report that's full of suggestions on making the surest tax lien investments which, because of the bear market and soured real estate situation, have been producing lucrative return rates that Wall Street would be envious of. For more of the background story, turn to this Wealth magazine article from January of 2010, where tax lien specialist Larry B. Loftus covers the history and common figures from a range of years in the business. In this piece, Loftus gives a good idea of how things got started in the Florida real estate market in the early 1990s. Liens were purchased at auction, where he and other individual investors realized the beginnings of their potential. He writes, "I could easily get many small liens at 18%. Larger liens, such as a $1,500 lien on a typical house, usually went for 15 to 17%. If you were patient and willing to spend several days at the auction, you could place all of your savings or retirement account money in the 16 to 18% range. In those days, only one or two institutional investors were present, who would bid liens down to 10%. Everyone was happy. The stock market tumble brought more banks and institutions into the fray, along with private equity groups. All their money drove return rates down below 5%. But the 2008 real estate slide scared most institutional investors away. By the summer of 2009, individuals like Loftus returned to the auctions only to find the best rates in years. As proven by my investments in this recent sale, if you learn where and how to bid and what properties to pick, tax liens are a great investment for the investor who wants security, safety, and an excellent rate of return, he wrote. That information is great, and seeing returns that high makes any investor's mouth water. But what that article doesn't do is help people with little or no experience get in on the action themselves. There's no workable plan of action. There are no steps to take or expert tips that can separate smart investments from foolish ones. For those things, check the Double Guaranteed Returns report. It's an in-depth description of every nook and cranny inside property tax lien investing, gives more usable information than any magazine article, blog post, or financial news report. Plus, the level of experience behind the report is substantial. George Ross, Executive Vice President of the Trump Organization, is one of its authors. With stock market opportunities few and far between, and money in retirement funds all but gone, buying real estate tax liens would appear as one of the safest ways to actually make money. It's a detailed process that involves individual lending of personal money. In other words, it should certainly not be taken lightly. The only path to tax lien investment success is one full of knowledge and quality assurance. Gain the confidence of both of those aspects by spending the 20 minutes it takes to read Double Guaranteed Returns. Find out how buying real estate tax liens can earn more financial security than most other investments, and find a copy of the report at www.absolutewealth.com/reports/double-guaranteed-returns.